Hi, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on the StarCon page on Facebook. If you happen to be watching in archive on Facebook or YouTube or the StarCon webpage, I'm glad you're here as well. So, just to remind you, StarCon is a new annual tarot conference. Our first event will be held in January 2021. You can learn more about that by going to the StarCon webpage. That's StaarCon.com. We've also started StarCast, which is a new podcast. You can watch it on video on YouTube or on the StarCon webpage. The YouTube channel is StarCast, StaarCast. You can also hear the audio wherever you get your podcasts. Our most recent episode is an interview with Ciro Marchetti, and you don't want to miss that. Coming up this week, the new episode will be an interview with Christine Gorman. You may know her as the artist that made Rachel Pollack the world and made it the cover of I think it's the most recent edition of the Cartomancer. So, every Tuesday, I am live here with your StaarLight Tuesday tips. And today I have a really great tip for diviners. The reason we are doing this is because we have some very specific missions at StarCon. And one is to offer really great education when it comes to divination, magic, and all things mystical. So by sharing tips here every Tuesday, we are working a little at a time to fulfill that mission. So the tip I want to share with you is something that I sort of discovered, developed very organically right at the beginning of the pandemic. As it got to be the end of February, beginning of March, I was still seeing people in person. And I recognized that I didn't really want people touching my cards. I was social distancing. When I was reading their palms, I was putting my hands behind my back so I wouldn't touch their hands. And normally, for the past 25 years, when I do a reading for someone, I would hand them my cards after shuffling and I would say, cut the deck any way you like and put it back together any way you like. Now, this is just tradition. I do most of my work and all of it right now, by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, whatever, where people can't touch the cards at all. At the same time, it's a nice tradition when you have the opportunity to do an in-person reading. And the other thing that I've figured out too is that when you're reading for yourself, that's an in-person reading as well. And of course, you can touch your own cards. But what I've discovered is this new technique I'm going to share with you also adds meaning and energy to your own readings for yourself. So here's what I did. I would shuffle, and then I would put the cards in front of the person and ask them to breathe with me for a moment. And then I would say, take your right hand and hold it over the cards and focus on putting your energy into the cards. Then I would ask them to take their left hand, hold it over the cards, and focus on receiving the wisdom of the cards. And this took the place of having them cut the deck. Now, here's what I noticed right away. It was more effective than having them cut the deck because, they'll cut the deck like they're getting ready to play poker or whatever. They're not putting their energy into it. But if you ask them to focus their energy, and you can even ask them to rub their hands together to open the palm chakras first, all of a sudden they're focused. And that focus, and whether the putting their energy into the cards really makes a difference for the reading, I don't know. But I do know this. I do know that in asking them to do that focus, it got them ready for the reading. It made them more receptive. It made them easier to read. It really, really helped. And so now I'm thinking in doing like a reading on Zoom, you could go this way, rub your hands together and hold out your right hand, and across the miles, put your energy into these cards. And then again, with the left, prepare to receive the reading, receive the wisdom of the cards. I also think when you're doing a reading for yourself, you can do the same thing. You can shuffle and put your own energy into the cards and then prepare to receive their wisdom. Now, why do we do right and left? It's because the right sends and the left receives. So that is your StaarLight Tuesday tip for this week. I hope you found it helpful and interesting. And I'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow we do the Star Bright Wednesday Wonders. So that's when I will do some readings for you using a tool I don't usually use, which is kind of fun and interesting. The last few times, and we've only done it for a few times, these are new features. But what I have discovered is that when you put your mind to reading, you can read with pretty much anything. So we're having a lot of fun with that. And the reason we do this is because another of our StarCon missions is to teach a wide variety of topics and a wide variety of tools. So if you have not signed up for StarCon yet, tickets are available. If you have not liked this page, please do like this page, like this video, share it, and make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to StaarCast. That's StaarCast. I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm Christiana Gaudette, and I will see you back here tomorrow where we'll do some readings. Thanks so much. Have a great day.